You ever feel like investing is only for rich people or finance nerds? Like, you see all these people talking about stocks and crypto, and you're just sitting there thinking, I don't even have enough money to get started. Trust me, you're not alone. Most people want to invest, but they think they need thousands of dollars or a finance degree just to begin. But what if I told you that you can actually start investing with just $100? Yup, $100. That's like skipping a few takeout meals or holding off on a new pair of shoes. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. No confusing terms, no fluff, just straight up tips that actually work. We're going to talk about how to make that small amount grow and why starting now is way more important than waiting until you have more money. So if you've ever felt stuck or unsure about investing, you're in the right place. Let's break it all down together. Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button quickly, because one of these tips might just blow your mind or fix that money mess you've been stressing about. Let's get started. How to start investing with just $100, step by step for beginners. Number 1. Why $100 is enough to get started. Investing is for everyone. Here's the thing. People always think you need a ton of money to start investing, but that's just not true. In fact, $100 is more than enough to get started, especially these days. With apps and platforms that let you buy fractional shares, you don't need to buy a whole stock that costs hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That means even if a share of Amazon or Tesla is crazy expensive, you can still own a small piece of it with just a few bucks. And let's be real, what matters more than the amount is starting early. When you start investing, your money starts working for you through something called compound growth, which basically means your money earns more money over time. So even that $100, if left to grow, can turn into way more if you stay consistent and patient. That's why investing for beginners isn't about how much you have right now. It's about building the habit and letting time do the heavy lifting. Plus, once you actually start, it becomes real. You start paying attention to your money more, learning about companies, and getting excited to invest more as you go. That first $100 is like unlocking the door to a whole new mindset. It's not just about the money, it's about confidence. And guess what? You don't need to be a finance expert or super rich to do it. Investing really is for everyone, and starting small is way better than waiting forever. Number 2. Are you investing for retirement, freedom, or passive income? Alright, before you even hit that buy button on any stock or fund, here's a real talk moment. Why are you investing? Are you dreaming about retiring early, traveling the world without worrying about bills, or maybe just having money coming in while you sleep? These are super important questions, because your goal will shape how you invest and what you invest in. It's like using GPS. You need to know where you're going before you start the car. If you're a beginner, having a clear goal keeps you focused when things get confusing or when the market goes up and down. For example, if you're investing for retirement 30 years from now, you might be okay with riding out the bumps because you've got time. But if you're aiming for passive income sooner, like within the next few years, you'll probably want to choose investments that pay you regularly, like dividend stocks or real estate funds. The point is, your goal is like your game plan. It tells you how aggressive or safe you should be. So how do you actually start figuring this out? Just sit down and ask yourself what you want your money to do for you. Freedom, security, income, or maybe a mix of all three. Once you know that, choosing the right investment options becomes way easier, even if you're starting with just $100. That's why investing for beginners isn't just about putting money somewhere. It's about building the life you want, one step at a time. And trust me, once you get clear on your goal, the way gets a whole lot simpler. Number 3. Set up an emergency fund first to protect your investments. Before you get too hyped about investing, there's one super important thing you have to handle first: your emergency fund. Think of it like a safety net that catches you if life suddenly throws a curveball, like losing your job, getting sick, or your car breaking down out of nowhere. If you don't have this safety cushion, you might end up pulling your money out of your investments too early, which kinda defeats the whole purpose. And selling your investments during a bad time just to cover bills can really mess up your progress. That's why if you're investing money for beginners, your first step should be saving up at least a few months' worth of living expenses. You don't need to overthink it. Just start by putting a little money aside every time you get paid, even if it's just $20 or $50. Keep it somewhere easy to access, like a savings account, but don't touch it unless it's a real emergency. This gives you peace of mind. So when you do invest that $100, you're not constantly stressing about what happens if life gets rough. Once that emergency fund is in place, you can invest confidently, knowing you've got a backup plan. It's like building a house. You don't start with the roof, you start with the foundation, and that foundation is your emergency savings. This simple step protects everything you're building through your investments. So, yeah, even though it's not the flashiest part of investing, it's one of the smartest moves you can make before diving in. Number 4. Pick the right investing app or platform. Once you've got your $100 ready to invest, the next big step is picking the right app or platform to actually do it. And trust me, not all investing apps are the same. Some are beginner-friendly, while others feel like they're made for Wall Street pros. If you're just starting out, you want something that's simple, easy to use, and doesn't charge you a bunch of hidden fees. Choosing the right platform can make the whole process feel less scary and a lot more doable. When it comes to investing for beginners with little money, the app you use should let you start small without punishing you for it. Look for platforms that offer things like no account minimums, low or zero commission fees, and maybe even fractional shares, so you can buy a piece of a stock instead of the whole thing. Apps like these make it super easy to get your foot in the door without needing to be rich or experienced. And the best part? Some of them even have learning tools built in, so you can grow your knowledge while you grow your money. So, how do you start? Just head to your app store, search for trusted investing apps, and read a few reviews or watch quick tutorials to see what feels right for you. Once you find one you like, it only takes a few minutes to sign up and connect your bank account. From there, you're ready to make your first move with that $100 and start building your investing habit. The key is choosing a platform that feels like it was built for you, not some finance guru in a suit. Number 5. Understand what you're investing in, stocks versus ETFs. If you're putting your money into something, you should at least know what that something is, right? A lot of people jump into investing without really understanding what they're buying, and that's where things can go sideways fast. When we talk about stocks and ETFs, we're talking about two of the most common things you'll come across as a beginner investor. Knowing the difference can help you feel way more confident about where your money is going. So here's a simple way to think about it. Buying a stock means you're buying a tiny piece of one company, like Apple or Nike. But buying an ETF is like buying a little basket that holds pieces of many companies at once, so it's more spread out and less risky. For example, instead of betting all your money on one company, you're spreading it across a bunch of them, which is great for beginners who want to play it a bit safer. Stocks can have bigger ups and downs, while ETFs are more chill and steady. Now, neither one is better. It just depends on your vibe and your goals. If you believe in a specific company, you might go for a stock. But if you just want to grow your money slowly without stressing, an ETF could be the way to go. The point is, take a little time to learn about what you're investing in before you click that buy button, because smart investing isn't about luck, it's about understanding your choices. Number 6. Use fractional shares to invest in big-name companies. Here's something super cool that most people don't even realize. Just because a stock like Amazon or Tesla costs hundreds or even thousands of dollars doesn't mean you need that much money to invest in it. Thanks to fractional shares, you can actually buy just a piece of that expensive stock with as little as a few bucks. It's kind of like buying a slice of pizza. Instead of the whole thing, you're still getting a taste of it, just not the entire pie. This makes investing with little money way more doable for beginners. So let's say you've got $100 and you've always wanted to own part of Apple or Google. Instead of waiting until you have enough for one full share, which could take forever, you can jump in right now by buying a fraction of a share. Many investing apps let you do this instantly, and it works just like buying a full stock. You still earn returns based on how much you own. It's a smart way to get started without feeling like you're priced out of the big leagues. Getting started is actually way simpler than it sounds. Just download a beginner-friendly investing app that offers fractional shares. Then pick the company you believe in, type in how much you want to invest, even if it's just $10, and boom, you're a shareholder. It's one of the best tools out there for learning how to start investing with little money while still going after those big-name companies everyone talks about. Number 7. Create your first investment plan with just $100. Let's say you've got $100 sitting in your account, and you're wondering what the heck to do with it. Instead of letting it just chill there doing nothing, you can actually use that $100 to kickstart your first investment plan. And no, you don't need to be a finance expert or super rich to make it happen. This is where investing in stocks for beginners becomes super exciting, because you're literally building your future with just a small step. So how do you actually do it? First, figure out your goal. Are you saving for something long-term, like retirement, or just testing the waters? Then choose an investing app that's beginner-friendly and lets you buy fractional shares. From there, you can pick one or two solid companies or an ETF, which is basically a bundle of stocks, and invest that $100 like you're planting a seed for your money to grow. What makes this powerful is that it builds the habit. You're not just tossing money at random stocks. You're starting a plan, something you can build on month after month. Even if you add just $20 or $50 more next time, you're slowly creating something real. That's the heart of investing in stocks for beginners. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting started and learning as you grow. Number 8. Keep learning. Be patient and consistent. Okay, so here's the real talk. Investing for beginners isn't about getting rich overnight. If you put in $100 today and expect it to double by next week, you're going to be disappointed. The truth is, investing is more like learning how to ride a bike. You'll wobble at first, maybe even fall a couple of times, but the more you practice and learn, the smoother it gets. That's why it's super important to keep learning as you go. Markets change, new tools come out, and your goals might shift over time. So, staying curious and open-minded helps you grow along with your money. You don't have to become a financial expert overnight, but reading a little, watching a YouTube video here and there, or following someone who breaks things down simply can make a big difference. It's all about making steady progress. And when you combine that learning mindset with patience and consistency, you're setting yourself up to win long-term. Being consistent just means showing up for your future self, even when life gets busy. Whether it's adding $10 a week or reviewing your investments once a month, the small habits compound over time. And when you stay patient, like really trust the process, you give your money the chance to grow. That's the magic formula for anyone serious about investing. Learn, stay chill, and keep going. So yeah, that's how to start investing with just $100, step by step for beginners. Investing for beginners doesn't have to be scary or complicated. The key is just to take that first step, stay curious, and keep it consistent. You don't need to be rich or a finance nerd to make your money work for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and share this with anyone who needs it. And if you want more tips that actually make a difference, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get smarter with money together. See ya!